Just when I thought that this year couldn't get any more insane in the YouTube scene, Boogie2988 just got confronted on livestream for potentially faking cancer. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Boogie has been an OG YouTuber. He's been on the platform for over 10 years now. Really popular back in the day for being looked at as the Mr. Rogers of YouTube. But over the years, his reputation has really fallen. He has had just about every controversy in the book. And just last week, he was involved for being a part of a pump and dump crypto scam, which you would already think is pretty irredeemable. Everybody was talking about this. But during this whole crypto situation, Boogie came out to defend himself, and he mentioned that he was using the money from this crypto scam to fund his cancer treatment, because that totally makes sense. Instead of just asking your viewers for help, you're going to scam them out of that money. But because of this whole controversy, it made its way to Destiny, and he did some research. He looked into old tweets and videos by Boogie using his own words, and basically came to the conclusion that there are two different variants of the same blood disease. One that can be a cancerous variant, but then there's another form of that. And Destiny's claiming that Boogie has that other variant instead. Well, he ended up bringing this to Boogie's attention live on stream on the lolcow podcast, which by the way is not how I wanted to spend a couple hours of my life. But I gave this podcast a listen, and I gotta say it's pretty hard for Boogie to get himself out of this.
Can you get your patient portal up on your phone and like send it
Sure,
to Tommy?
I'm not going to.
You know, there's a big history of people scamming people with cancer, and it's like the worst of the worst.
Sure.
And you're getting confronted with that right now, and your
Yep.
response to that is nuh-uh.
Go ahead.
Nicholas Diorio, another commentary YouTuber, said that basically there's no winning for Boogie, because if you're rooting for him and hoping that he's telling the truth, it means that he does have cancer. So this is a pretty terrible situation to be in. I gotta say though, I feel extremely relieved because it's hard to top this in internet drama. I feel like as long as it's not this bad, I'm okay with any drama. But with all of these claims coming out, it would be really easy to disprove something like this. All it would take is Boogie to just log into his medical portal and show the diagnosis. But the problem is he's completely unwilling to do this. He's saying that this is the last bit of his privacy and integrity, and he doesn't want to show it, which is super understandable. I also wouldn't want to expose a bunch of personal information, but I feel like it's not hard when he's already made something like this public to just show that one piece of text. But he is so firm on this, he's saying he's going to take it to the grave, which not only me, but everybody is failing to understand why, especially because he already said that he got diagnosed 2 years ago. This whole thing is public. I don't see why you wouldn't just show that one piece of text. And to sweeten the deal, Destiny said on stream that he would give $5,000 if Boogie could prove him wrong. But not only him, other YouTubers were saying that they'd give him a full expense trip to Disney. But why would Boogie run a scam for $10,000? But then when YouTubers want him to prove an illness he already has is true and win even more money, I don't see why he wouldn't just do it. It's pretty safe to say that he's being dishonest, especially at this point. If it comes out that it is the truth, people are going to feel really bad for him. He's been grilled on this for hours now, and Twitter was not happy about this situation. But the thing is, he has been known for a very long time for being a liar. And it's really unfortunate to see, because I even watched his content back in the day. I never looked at him as Mr. Rogers, but I definitely looked at him as an entertaining and what I thought to be a decent guy. It's a good reminder that we don't know the people behind the camera, except for me, of course. I'm a great person. But it's so sad to see somebody that used to have it all and fall this far from grace. I'm typically a person that likes to be more constructive with my content and tell somebody how they can improve. But I feel like this situation is really tough because this isn't the first or second controversy, but we're pretty deep in now. And he was already in the middle of something that was pretty nasty a couple days ago. And apparently he's saying he's just going to leave the internet, and he deactivated his Twitter. But I feel like the best thing he could do at this point is own up to it. He's basically lost all credibility and respect at this point, not just because of this situation, but everything else. And I feel like this just comes from a sense of pride. He was in a documentary that he was so prideful that he felt like he was above a part-time job. And I think it's time for him to just be humble, honest, and truthful. People like to see authenticity, and that's what people thought they had in the beginning. And so even though things can't go back to the way they were before, he can at least be truthful and own up to what he did. But let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious to see if anybody thinks that he can make any sort of recovery from this. But anyways, most of the people that get recommended my content are unsubscribed, so if you enjoyed the video, hit that button. And yeah, peace out.